back to my channel. I am Sigourney Rosario, where I encourage individuals to boss up in their business, boss up in their self-love, and you already know we got some boss up in our faith. Y'all, we have made it another year, 2022, baby. Like, I'm so happy to have you on this journey with me. I'm so happy to take you on another year. If you've been following me and, following my journey, I'm just forever grateful, y'all. This is only the beginning, and I'm just so happy and so thankful for the support. So I wanted to hop on and give you some tips on how to start the new year right, how to make sure you centered, you grounded. And if you're interested, stay tuned and let's just go ahead and hop into these tips. Tip number 1 for the new year is you have got to focus on God. You have got to focus on God. What I mean by this is I'm not talking about you looking at God and then you looking at the world. I'm not talking about you looking at God and then you looking at your friends and your family and what everybody else has to say. What I mean by focus on God, I mean keep Him right here in front of you. That is what you are working towards. That is who you are working for. Do not worry about and can be so overly consumed in what everybody else got going on. This is the time for you to be focused. If you're not focused in the first month, the second month, there's no telling how the whole year is going to go. This is how you start building up your goals, building up your dreams, building up what you want to accomplish. But you can't do that if the first week of the month or the first month, you looking at what everybody else got going on. You all on social media. You worried about what the news is saying. Stay focused on God. Ask God, what do you want this year to look like? What do you want me to accomplish this year? Who am I called to reach? What are my gifts and my talents and my purpose? If you don't know your gifts, your purpose for being here on this earth, that needs to be your main focus. And the only way that you can achieve your gifts and your purpose and your calling in life is if you keep your eyes on God. Don't be so overly consumed with everybody else launching stuff and everybody else, doing stuff. You stay focused on whatever God has called you to do. The second tip I want to give you for starting the new year off right, and this is something I just started doing last year, and it has been a game changer for your girl. What I would suggest that you do is, instead of doing yearly goals, break your goals down into quarter amounts. 4 quarters are in a year. Y'all, when I did this, it helped me out so much. I'm telling you, instead of feeling so overwhelmed and thinking, oh, I gotta accomplish all this and this is so much for me, break it down into bite-sized pieces so that you are staying on track. Because what ended up happening, at least for me, I don't know about nobody else, but what I would do is I would wait till the last moment to try to accomplish all my goals instead of putting it into small pieces that I feel like, I'm making progress, I'm doing something. I'm telling you, if you do this and you stay faithful with it, your life will change. A third thing that I'm gonna tell you when you are trying to boss up into the new year, and I think this is one of the most important ones, and I kind of a little bit touched on it earlier, but you've got to turn down the noise, turn down the notch. And what I mean by that is turn down the noise in your life. Noise could be anything. Noise could literally be anything. Noise could be social media. Everything that's happening on social media, what everybody else has going on, turn that down. It could be the news. There are some people who are overly consumed with news and what's happening in the world. Turn that down. There are some people who are overly consumed with YouTube. Turn that down. It could be even a good thing. You could be overly consumed with sermons. There's it comes to a point to where you can't even hear God because you're listening to what a preacher is saying. And at the end of the day, ain't nobody Jesus. So it even be a good thing that can hinder you. But when I say turn down the noise, I mean turn down all of it. Not that you have to shut it down or anything that you go into isolation. But what I'm saying is, God is trying to tell you what your purpose is. God is trying to tell you who you are. God is trying to let you know that you are a daughter of a king, that He is madly in love with you, but He can't tell you all of His promises because you got everything so turned up into your life to where it's too much noise. You've got to turn down the noise, to get quiet. Just get quiet and just sit there and let God talk to you. There's nothing in this world that He wants to hide from you. He's a good father. He loves you. He's madly in love with you. But he can't get to you if you have so much going on. And I think the best way for me personally to turn down noise is to fast. When I fast, it does something. It shakes up something in the world, in the spiritual realm. And I'm telling you, if you really or truly are looking to take your life to the next level, consider doing a fast. It's going to change everything in your life. If you really and truly are about that life and you're looking to really, up it up in the spiritual realm, go on a fast. And it's not about the religiosity of it. It's not about, you doing it because you feel like you want something from God. It's about everything that God has for you. It's about that you are using your body and you're turning down the noise of social media, turning down TV, turning down family, turning down friends, turning down your significant other, and you're isolating yourself to hear from God, and even turning down your flesh. And a fast is the easiest way that I can think of to really and truly honor God, and to just show that you are sacrificing a part, or maybe it could be a day, part of a week, part of a month, to honor Him. So consider doing a fast. And I'm telling you, y'all, like, when you do a fast, be ready for stuff to just be breaking off of you, and for you to really step into the person that you're called to be. The fourth thing that I feel like you should practice in the new year is to practice gratitude. Now, this is something I'm still working on, to be honest. It's very hard to see what you should be grateful for, because we're always going and going and going and going and going. But I found myself during my quiet time just thanking God for the small things. It could literally be anything, y'all. I be thanking God for like crazy stuff. I be like, God, thank you for my eyelashes. Thank you for my nails. Thank you for my apartment. Thank you for my vehicle. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my supporters online. Thank you for the people who are there for me. Thank you for my coworkers. Thank you for I just thank God. And it could be anything. It's the small things. Thank you to have running water. Thank you to have electricity. All of these things we feel like we're obligated to have. And the truth of the matter is, we are very fortunate to have some of the stuff that we have. And I'm telling you, when you practice gratitude and you're grateful for the small things, that's when God can bless your life. That's when He can overflow into your life. But if you are not even happy with little, what makes you think that you're going to get blessed with much? You're not. All right, so practice gratitude, practice being thankful for your family, your friends, those who are around you, those who love you. And I'm telling you, God honors that. God honors that. The last thing I want to tell you when you are looking to boss up into the new year is to love yourself more. I don't know what this was. What was I trying to do? You've got to love yourself more. Love yourself all up and down. You hear me? All of your faults, everything that you feel like you should be doing, everything that you feel like hinders you in the past, everything that you feel like was a slip up, was a mistake, was a mess up. Love all of it. Love your past. Love your past. Love your future. Love your present. And when you begin to love yourself, and I'm not just talking about the physical aspect, but the physical aspect as well, but when you tap into that deeper part of self-love, that's something that the world can't take from you. That is something that a relationship can't give you. That is something that a friendship can never fulfill. That is something that only God can do. And I'm telling y'all, like, love yourself. Love yourself. And self-love comes from self. It don't come from nobody else. Can't no man give it to you. Can't no relationship give it to you. Can't no job give it to you. Can't no amount of money give it to you. Self-love gonna have to come from you. It's gonna have to come from you. And you have got to tap into the woman that God has called you to be. So in this new year, before you start, hustling, and before you start making moves, and before you start all this launching and all doing all this stuff, sit down, get quiet, go on a fast, love yourself more, spend quality time by yourself, journal, reflect, be thankful for the small things. And that is just some simple ways that you can boss up into the new year. I am curious to know which tip I mentioned really resonated with you. Which tip do you feel like, you know what, I think I'm going to start incorporating that into the new year. I think that's really going to help me in 2022. Comment it down below. If you need encouragement, or you know somebody else who may need encouragement, please write into my foundation, Letters for Life, where I encourage individuals by writing handwritten letters of encouragement. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.